Hello, teacher. What are you doing? How are you? Long time not see you.
Oh, is it you, Frank? I hadn't seen you since that last class we had. I'm great, and you?
I'm fine. Well, I am learning a lot of things with my classes. They are a little difficult.
That's normal. As you advance in level, you learn new things. Just try hard.
Sure, teacher. I think the most difficult part is to memorize new vocabulary. I have a lot of problems learning new vocabulary. I guess my memory isn't that good.
Well, if you want, I can help you improve your memory, because it is important to learn English.
That could be great. How can I improve my memory to learn new vocabulary in English?
Language learners have so much to remember, new words and phrases are learned every day. Use pictures and visuals to help you remember things. For example, to learn vocabulary, use a picture dictionary. There are books with pictures on them. When you read a sentence, you can see a picture of it. This is something that helped me remember a lot of words and sentences. Believe me, I remember. I was reading a book about a magic story in English, of course. Then I read a new word, swan. I didn't know what that word meant, I had no idea, and it seemed like a very important word to understand the story. I didn't have my dictionary with me, but then I connected the word with the picture of that swan, and I could understand the whole idea. So, associate the words with pictures. That's a very important way to improve your memory. Make diagrams and mind maps. For example, make mind maps for different topics of vocabulary, or use tables to record word families. I have tried this, and it also helped me. How can you do it? Well, first, choose the topic. It can be an interesting topic for you. For example, I love soccer. They can be words related to soccer, like goal, ball, corner kick, etc. Then make a list or diagram about that. Now, you can mix this tip with the last one. You can make a diagram or list with pictures of those new words you're interested in learning. That way, you can create your own dictionary with pictures if you want to do it. Write notes, and then use highlighters and colored pens to focus on important things. For example, use different colors to highlight pronunciation or different grammatical words. What I mean is you can highlight the verb with red, the adjectives with green, the nouns with blue, and that way, you could know what kind of words they are, and memorize it better. Now, once you have these diagrams, pictures, etc., look at the diagrams, mind maps, or highlighted notes again a few hours later or the next day. The more often you look at your notes, the more you will remember. Then you can write things down. Writing helps a lot to memorize new words. You can do it by hand or use your cell phone. Also, I will tell you something I used to do with my students, and it worked very well. Stick pieces of paper around your room with notes, and look at them regularly. I used to do it when I went to my students' houses to teach them English. It's very, very useful. I mean, it can seem a little old-fashioned, but if it works, then why not try it, right? Write the names of the things on pieces of paper, for example, chair, spoon, TV, etc. Then stick them to the objects. Every time you see those objects, you will remember them in English. That way, you could memorize those words in English and not in your own language. It can take some work to do it, but if you really want to improve your English, you will do it for sure. What else? Oh, use your mobile phone or an online voice recorder to record your voice. Record yourself reading your notes or a text, and then listen to the recordings. That way, you will get used to your English voice, and at the same time, you will memorize more words. Study with a friend, explain things to each other, and ask each other some questions. If you like listening to information, this will help you remember, and it is funny. If you don't have any friends who speak or study English, you can talk to yourself. Make sure that you get plenty of sleep. Yeah, believe it or not, it is very important. You might feel like you're throwing away valuable learning time by having an early night before an exam, but it can actually improve your memory, because sleep is so important for learning and memory. If you were to take a nap after a lecture, then it can help you to remember it better. When I was studying at the university, it helped me a lot to take a little nap after studying hard. Relate new information to things you're already aware of. I will explain it to you. When something you are reading isn't very familiar, it can take you longer to process it. However, if you establish a connection between information and something you already know and remember, then it can improve the likelihood of remembering the new information. For example, if you're learning the word war, but you already knew the word battle, then you can relate them. I know you don't like reading, but reading helps to improve your memory too, Frank. So read whatever you want, but read. It can be books, magazines, comics, etc.
I know I have to read in English, but I don't like it much. That's the thing.
Well, there are some ways to make reading funnier. If you want, I can tell you some tips.
That would be great. I would like to read in English more. Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome, Frank. I'm glad you're open to trying new things to improve your English skills. Now, let's talk about making reading more enjoyable. First, choose materials that genuinely interest you. Whether it's a topic, genre, or author you like, finding content that captures your attention will make the reading experience more enjoyable.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'll try finding English versions of books or articles related to things I'm already interested in.
That's a great approach. Additionally, start with materials that match your current proficiency level. It can be frustrating to read something too challenging, so find content that stretches your abilities a bit but remains within your grasp. Gradually, as you become more comfortable, you can tackle more complex texts.
Got it. I'll try to find something that's challenging but not overwhelming.
Perfect. And don't be afraid to use technology. Many language learning apps and websites offer interactive and engaging reading materials. They often provide vocabulary assistance, translations, and even pronunciation guides, making the learning process more interactive and enjoyable.
That sounds interesting. I'll explore some language learning apps and see how they can help me with my reading.
Great idea. Another suggestion is to join a book club or find language exchange partners. Discussing what you've read with others can not only enhance your comprehension but also make the experience more social and enjoyable.
A book club might be a good idea. I'll check if there are any online ones I can join.
Excellent. And lastly, set realistic goals. Don't pressure yourself to read a whole book in one sitting. Break it down into manageable chunks and celebrate small victories. This way, you'll build a positive association with reading.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for the tips, teacher. I'll give them a try and see how it goes.
You're welcome, Frank. Remember, learning a language is a journey, and it's okay to take it one step at a time. If you ever need more guidance or have questions, feel free to ask. Keep up the good work, and I'm sure you'll see improvements in no time.
Thanks, teacher. I appreciate your help and encouragement. I'll do my best.